Hi everybody, this is Patrick back from the 8tracktapestore.com, and what we're going to work on now is a very uncommon type of 3-tab cartridge, and that's these guys. These have a tab here, top center, and then towards the corners near the bottom, here where my fingers are. These are different than the very common 3-tab cartridges we worked on in the first video, so I'm going to drag that back into the picture. Here is a very common cart. We opened these very easily in the first video. It's tab here, tab in the two corners. And if you compare the cartridges, you can see that these two tabs near the bottom are up about an inch away from the corners, whereas these guys are right in the corners. So that's how you can tell the difference just visually. Also, it has this big old kind of looks like a submarine. Has an indentation on the back. I would say out of 1,000 tapes we get in the shop, maybe 300, 350 are this variety, very common. These guys, I don't know, 3 or 4 maybe out of 1,000. And in my mind, I associate these cartridge types with truck stop tapes. Seems we'll see a couple if we get, a big batch of tapes. They tend to be more off-brand or truck stop tapes. Here's one, it has Super 8 on it, volume 15, great. And they're not all truck stop tapes. So this is Camden, that's a legitimate brand, and this is a legitimate Elvis tape. But you can see it's the same cartridge. Here's one from who are you? Gusto Records in Nashville, Tennessee. So these are very tricky to open. The tabs are brittle. They're easy to crack. So we're going to walk you through how to open these right now. The first step is, of course, get a appropriately sized flathead screwdriver. And so the largest one that will fit reasonably is this one in my collection. Goes in like that. There's a slot for your screwdriver, and the pressure you're going to apply on the tab is towards the center on this first tab. But these two guys, near the corners, the pressure is going to go outwards, and it's going to go at an angle. So that makes it kind of tricky. So why they did it at an angle, I don't know. I think the person who designed these cartridges should have their head examined, but I'm digressing. Let's go do it. So I'm going to put my screwdriver in here like that. I'm going to use my fingers up here to pry apart as I'm very gently pushing this tab down. And there we go. So I was able to open that successfully. The next two are a little harder. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to use my fingers along here and apply outward pressure, and at the same time push this tab at about a 45-degree angle towards the outside. And there we go. So I was able to do that with one. See if we can be equally successful on this one. Going to apply pressure here, and screwdriver goes in, same 45-degree angle. Very careful. If you do too much pushing or wiggling, you're going to crack the tab. I cracked these tabs myself still. Let's see. So there, like that. And now, turn it over, and we're going to open the cartridge. There we go. This one needs a new foam pad. It was actually in tatters. That goes back like that. Rerouting these is really nothing. You just put it back in the obvious way it looks. This goes behind. And we're ready to close. And closing it is much simpler than opening. You're just going to make sure you've seated the cartridge right where it belongs, and then it's just a tab. So that's how we open these. You will probably crack the tabs the first time you try it, maybe even the third or fourth time you try it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Patrick from the 8-Track Tape Store.